All right. Let's see if this live thing is working. Come on, StreamYard. Let's pop up here. There we go. Hey, everybody. Just waiting for it to pop up on YouTube. All right, cool. We're good to go. What's going on? We got 4 people watching. Terry Buckner, hashtag Shut Up Sean. David the Master, hi. How was your day? My day's going good. Yep, another Shut Up Sean. Yo, Dark Knight fan 75. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're going to go ahead and get ready to get into this thing. Because, well, this is the solicitations, and I like to talk about it. Man, this is why I really need 2 like computer screens, because like this is just, gosh, come on, like not enough screen so I can like read all the comments and that. So, hope everyone's having a good weekend. It's the Mortal Kombat just came out this weekend. The new Demon Slayer movie, which I hear is pretty good, just came out too. I will have a video on Mortal Kombat. I watched it yesterday, so I have some thoughts for sure. But it should be interesting to talk about. But anyways. Enough about that. Now that we got a few people in here, let's go ahead and talk about the July solicitations for DC Comics. Now, what was interesting about this was yesterday, DC did not drop these at all. I mean, this thing dropped at like 2 a.m. Did you see Big Jack Films video on Hugo opening night? I have not watched it, but I'll try and get around to checking it out. I try and watch all of Jack's videos and Kaiju Networks. So let's go ahead and talk about these solicitations. DC dropped these in the middle of the night, I guess like at 2 in the morning for some weird reason, instead of just dropping them Friday afternoon. That's why I'm doing them today instead of yesterday. So a lot of stuff coming out. Here's the first one, which is Superman, Son of Kal-El. That's the big one. That's going to be the John Kent Superman book, because John is officially the new Superman come July. This is going to be written by Tom Taylor. So the only person who in my eyes wrote a good aged up version of John was Tom Taylor in Deceased. Because, well, we actually got to see him organically grow. So I don't know how his writing will be in that regards, but I have faith that Tom Taylor will do something pretty good here too. So here's this. Yeah, so we got that one. Then we have Superman and the Authority #1. This is by Grant Morrison. I left a link in the description for everyone to kind of check this thing out, because I'm trying to salvage my voice as we go through this whole thing. I mean, some things I'll sit and kind of talk about, but we'll just go through things kind of briefly. So this is another one, Grant Morrison. It's going to be a 4-issue limited series with Superman, and this is it right here. The next thing is Action Comics number 1033. And again, this is with Clark Kent, Superman, and Atlantis is under attack. Taking the world refugees also means taking possession of the deadly world tech that they brought to them. Holding much power makes the Undersea Kingdom a threat to the rest of the world. Can Superman move fast enough to prevent all-out war? Doing so may mean taking the power into his own hands. Meanwhile, some of the escaped world prisoners have found Fortress of Solitude, and along with it, Lois Lane. Dun, 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 dun. Something with Midnighter. Opinion on Ben is back. I have no idea what that is. Static Shock, or Static Season 1, #1. See, I don't know why you're calling it Static Season 1, #1. Is this like set in the universe? But again, Static Shock is coming back. I have seen Static Shock. I watched the entire series last year. At long last, the most famous face of the Milestone universe is making a shocking return. Bully nerd Virgil Hawkins wasn't the kind of kid you'd normally find on the streets at a protest, but like everyone else in the city of Dakota, he was fed up. Unfortunately, the first time he stood up to raise his voice, the world turned upside down. The experimental tear gas they released that day left some of his classmates maimed or dead, but it left Virgil and others with stunning new abilities. Virgil has a power inside of him now, a real power, the ability to channel and manipulate electromagnetic fields. But there's anger burning inside him too. What is he supposed to do about all this? First and foremost, what is he supposed to do about his bullies now that they've gotten superpowers too? A dynamic creative team, new comics voices, milestone when you're veteran join forces to open up a new chapter in the story of the most iconic black teen superhero in comics history. Oh, one in the most? I would have said Cyborg was probably more iconic than Static Shock, but that's just me. See, they look like they're already kind of changing up Static's origins here, at least from the TV show. So. And then you got like a follow-up issue there. So if you want to see more Static Shock, you know, I like the Static Shock series. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Icon and Rocket, Season 1. I'm not familiar with these characters. Oh, here's one. DC Horror presents The Conjuring, The Lover, #1. So I'm a fan of the Conjuring universe. I own all the films. I've seen all of them. I'm excited for The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. I'm not sure. Although I am kind of disappointed that James Wan is not back to direct the new thing. The newest movie. He always seems to jump ship when it comes to the third movie. Insidious 1 and 2, he directed, and then he gave it to Leigh Whannell to direct the third one, which, to be fair, Leigh Whannell did make a better movie than James Wan did with his Insidious Chapter 2. So that kind of worked in his favor. He's making Aquaman 2, which tells me he's not going to come back and do the third movie because James Wan just does not do like the third movies for some reason. I think he's like, okay, I did 2. It's too risky to do the third. Maybe he'll do it with Aquaman if they do it. What's your opinion on wrestling? I grew up a big wrestling fan, David the Master. I used to cover a lot of wrestling stuff on my YouTube channel, but I took down the videos because like the quality is not very good. But I did grow up watching a lot of professional wrestling. So here's The Conjuring, The Lover. The terrifying debut, the tie into The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, begins here with a story that's bursting at the seams with clues about the new film. This comes out in July. Is this coming out after the new movie? Meet Jessica. Jessica has just returned to her freshman year of college after winter break, bringing with her anxieties of last semester's poor grades, the awkwardness of facing a boy she wishes she'd never slept with, and an undeniably unnerving feelings of being watched. She soon comes to realize that something evil made her its target, and it will not rest until it has her in its unholy grip. But why did the sinister presence set its sights on the seemingly normal college freshman? Read this nerve-wracking tale, creepily crafted by Conjuring screenwriter David L. Johnston, McLordick, and Rex Ogle, with heart-stopping art from Gary Brown and chill-inducing covers by Bill Sienkiewicz to find out. So again, The Conjuring, I'm definitely going to be picking this thing up. I'm a fan of this universe. Some of the movies are hit or miss. The main Conjuring films, 1 and 2, are pretty good, especially the second one. The spin-off films, I like Annabelle 2 and 3. Don't like the first Annabelle film. The Nun has some good production value, but it's just kind of all right. Curse of La Llorona is kind of the same deal. It's just kind of all right. A lot of missed potential with some of those movies, but we'll see where they go from here. So again, this is the second issue, so I will definitely be picking this thing up. It looks like they both come out this one comes out in June, and then this one comes out in July. So again, this is the second follow-up thing, so I'm going to be reading this thing in general when it comes out. So the next thing we got is Suicide Squad, Get Joker. I have not seen The Imitation Game, David, so I can't really answer that question. So by Brian Azzarello. So this is going to be like a DC Black Label book. It's going to be $7 for how many pages? 48 pages. Okay, again, DC seems to be raising their price up with their comics, and for a lot of people, that's going to kind of put them off because some of these are pretty expensive. Like if you're kind of like getting things for a while, but you know, hopefully they at least keep the pages a lot bigger. So again, this is the prestige format thing. They're going to try and take down the Joker once and for all. So with Jason Todd there, so that should be interesting. Batman Catwoman special number 1. This is more of Tom King's Batman Catwoman stuff. I have not been reading it. I have no interest in it. It says DC Black Label. I'm just kind of done with Tom King and the Batman stuff in general. So if you're interested in it, there you go. I have not seen Lawrence of Arabia, David the Master 2021, but I do own it. Like, it's in my collection. I got to get around to watching it. All right, so there we go. The next thing is Batman Secret Files, Huntress number 1. So with this one, Huntress returns in an all-new one-shot adventure. Gotham's violent vengeance lived through a lot in the last few weeks, including your brain being invaded by a violent parasite bent on sending you on a deadly slugfest bender. Not fun, am I right? Well, Helena Bertinelli is no one to mess with, and when the villainous Viles parasite gives her the ability to see through the eyes of its victims, you best believe she's going to track him down and pop an arrow in that slime ball. Look out, Batman. Huntress is on the prowl. I've seen parts of Hidalgo, David. I'm not quite... It's been so long. I remember thinking it was just all right. I like Viggo Mortensen as an actor, but I thought it was just okay. So Batman Secret Files, The Signal number 1. I feel like everybody's kind of getting like one-shots except for like the Batgirls when it comes to the Batman stuff. And hopefully they kind of change things up and they give them something to do. So The Signal comes back to Gotham City's daytime protector of his name with The Outsiders. Okay, so this is after Batman The Outsiders, which is by Brian Everett Hill. So you can check that out. That was a pretty good series. But during his sabbatical from his hometown, everything about the city and people closest to him changed. And the mystery of the white market, a deadly source of weapons being trafficking in Gotham City that even Batman can't track down, only push the Signal further away from everything he knows and into a brand new world of danger. Writer Tony Patrick returns to pen a new chapter in the life of Duke Thomas alongside fan favorite artist Christian Dolce. Or Deuce. I have not watched those movies yet, David. I have them in my... I wrote them down. I still got to get around to them yet. So, Blue and Gold, number 1. So, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle are going to be getting something by Dan Jurgens. This is going to be issue 1 of 8. So, it's an issue limited series. So, if you're a fan of Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, like I've not really read too much with them, but Dan Jurgens is a good writer. So, I think there's some strong hope for this thing. Here we go. Justice League Infinity, number 1. Written by J.M. Demetis. De Matisse and James Tucker, people who worked on the DC animated universe and the DC animated movie universe. So comes an all new season starring the world. So this is set in the DCAU. As you can tell, we have like the Kevin Conroy Batman from the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited series. So this should be kind of fun. My main issue with these new continuation comics, like Batman the Adventure Continues and all this stuff, my problem is that there's no suspense in the stories. And what I mean by that is we already have like a set in stone timeline of where it's going to go. We know where Justice League Unlimited ends with Batman Beyond, with that epilogue episode. And there's no suspense or tension. And like if they could kind of do like a Flashpoint thing and kind of jumpstart the DC animated universe, I think that would be kind of cool. So you can go in some new directions. You can bring in characters who weren't there before. Kind of pull a J.J. Abrams Star Trek 2009 with it. That would be the perfect way to continue the franchise. So now you can go and face all these new and unique stories, kind of going like there. So if you're missing the DCAU, go ahead and check this thing out. But there's some interesting things. From starting the world's greatest heroes, there's being wandering the universe searching for its true purpose. What it finds out is the farthest edges of the cosmos will change not just our universe, but many. Well, I wonder if maybe we can get a continuation of the DC animated movie universe. So that'd be kind of interesting. So something changing the multiverse. So any opinion on the Superman Son of Kal-El? Okay, to answer David's question, I like Princess Bride. It's a pretty good movie. So let me go ahead and pull up this. Yeah, I talked about it earlier, Tevya. I am looking forward to the Tom Taylor version of it because, well, Tom Taylor is a good writer, so I kind of have some hope for that, but we'll see where it goes from here. It's Shazam #1, story by Tim Sheridan. Ooh, well, 1 of 4. So this is gonna be a 4-part issue series. So again, this is tying to Titans Academy. I did not like the first issue of Titans Academy. I thought it was kind of a mess. Oh wait, here's somebody's question. Are you read Justice Society World War II? Yep, I will definitely be talking about Justice Society World War II. I'm actually like currently working to get back into the swing of things in terms of like making videos on that stuff. Got my new editing software. I know I've been kind of lacking and slow when it comes to posting stuff, but actually today I plan on working on and writing a new review. So that's kind of my goal for today, getting back into the animated stuff. I know I've been doing other kind of brief little comic book reviews and stuff like that, but I really want to get back to talking about some DC animated films and really kind of just push myself and get motivated to start writing and editing and doing all that fun stuff. So my goal today is to write an entire script for a video. So we'll see if I can get that done. I hope I'm able to. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but yes. Yep, that's the one. I'm rewatching the movie today, Dark Knight Fan 75, and I'm just going to be writing away on this thing today. That's my goal. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to power out a script because it's been a long time. So it's time to get back into the swing of things in terms of writing and stuff. So my goal is to write that, hopefully finish it by today or tomorrow morning and film it very soon. Yes, I will cover the Mortal Kombat thing. In fact, after this video, I will record it. I recorded a video last night, but I didn't really like it, so I deleted it. I will talk about Mortal Kombat. I have seen the movie, so that should be fun to do. Glad to hear it. Yep, glad to hear it. Okay, so Shazam #1. Billy Batson came to Titans Academy looking for answers. Was the rest of his adoption family cut off from the power of the Shazam? Why are his own powers becoming increasingly unreliable? The answer sent Billy on an outrageous adventure that will not only change him, but have an immense impact on the school and the other students at Titans Island. Yeah, wasn't a big fan of the Titans Academy, so I don't know if I have much faith in the creative team for this, but we'll see. I'm going to give him another chance, so we'll see. Batman Fortnite 0 Point. Okay, this is just a hardcover. It looks like just a collection of all the issues. For $25, you get 144 pages. I have seen The Pursuit of Happiness, David. It's a very depressing movie. So I mean, I enjoyed it. I think it's a good movie, but I don't like watching it because it's just too miserable for me. Joker Harley. Okay, these are hardcovers. Oh, here we go. This is something I won't be buying. Teen Titans Beast Boy Loves Raving. Jaime Garcia and Gabriel Picchio continue their New York Times bestselling Teen Titans series. Ugh. Like, I don't like these young adult novel books that they did at DC. A lot of these ones are pretty bad. The Super Sons one was really, really bad. Like with Ian Wayne and like Bat Kid and all that other stuff. Yeah, these YA novels are novels are just yeah, exactly. Yuck. I mean, I just don't have any interest in this at all. I feel kind of bad for Raven as a character. I mean, she is an amazing character, but like she has just not gotten anything really good in terms of the comics lately. I mean, she's got these bad YA novels that she's a part of. And then she's in Titans Academy, where in Future State they set her up to become like an evil dark villain in the in the future, and now she's just being thrown into these like bad YA novels. So it's I don't even want to read the solicitation because I think I'll throw up in my mouth. But I'm just not a fan of this. I'm not at all. Raven deserves better as a character, but we'll go ahead and read this. I'll try not throwing up. I don't really watch UFC, David. Considering a romantic meetup we've all been waiting for. Some people, not me. It seems like years, but it's only been a few days since Raven recovered her memories, trapped her and father Trigon in her amulet, and her heart broken for the first time. Oh, God, here we go. This just reads like bad fan fiction. But she doesn't have time to worry about the past. She has to focus on finding a way to get rid of Trigon for good. Garfield Logan still can't believe he has the power to transform into animals, but controlling his newfound abilities is difficult, and her unpredictable nature could have dangerous consequences. Knowing his parents kept the secret him from only makes Scar feel more alone. He and Rainbow seeking answers from the one person who seems to have them all figured out, Slade Wilson. Ugh. When their paths cross in Nashville, Raven and Gar can't but feel a connection despite the secrets they try to hide from each other. It will take a lot of trust and courage to overcome the wounds of their past, but can they find acceptance for the darkest paths themselves, or maybe even love? For $17 for this piece of shit? Well, it's 208 pages. Oh my God, somebody got their fan fiction published. So I'm kind of shocked. So, Jesus, $17 for 208 pages of garbage. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Yeah. Unearth the Jessica Cruz story. There's that. Wonderful Woman of the World. What is this? By Nicola Scott. An all-new anthology celebrating women across the world. Women change the world. They've been doing it for centuries. New York Times bestselling author Lauren Hannah gathers women, writers to artists to reveal the women making our world better day by day. Real-world heroes from the fields, business, activism, science, and pop culture are making tough decisions every day, and DC Comics celebrates them here. So there you go. There's that. American Vampire, 1976, number 10. This is a Scott Snyder series. I have not been... Yeah, but Tevye, I actually have to spend money on that book to read it. I don't want to. I really don't want to spend money on that Teen Titans book because I don't want to support it because, I mean, it'd be fun to kind of review if I had, like, if somebody gave me, like, a copy or something to talk about, like, then I could do it maybe, but I do not want to spend $17 and read 200 pages of just bad. I mean, a bad movie or an episode of something is one thing, but like a book, having to read that. Oh boy, David, I have seen Bloodsport all right. I actually reviewed all the Bloodsport movies on my channel. So my original Bloodsport review got taken down due to copyright. So I kind of want to remake it, but you can go check out on my channel. I have videos on Bloodsport 2, 3, Bloodsport 4, The Dark Kumite, which is an absolutely a mind-boggling film that I still can't believe is just there like that. But I do have videos on the channel of all the Bloodsport videos. So, and Bloodsport Supreme Champion, which should be interesting. Well, there's another way. Whoops, don't want to have that on there. So we got Batman number 110. This is by James Tynion IV. Batman's bloody, no hearts bought for magistrate, enforcer, peacekeeper rant. One rages in epic fashion. Simon Saint's master plan comes to fruition as the magistrate program makes its move to Gotham City. All Future State stuff. And yeah, I'm kind of just like, his Batman stuff isn't really exciting me right now. I mean, I read stuff. I think it's just kind of all right. Nothing like truly engaging or awful. The artwork is great, but I'm kind of waiting for the excitement to, see stuff. I have no idea what Hoopla is, Tevye. So, Batman Superman number 20, Jean Lun Yang. The Man of Steel and the Dark Knight need time to recover from their manic melee through the Archive of Worlds, but the heroes won't rest for long despite the efforts of new friends El Diablo and Alana. Arturio, the Cynorek architect of these alternate realities, seems to have an upper hand and make matters worse. The Archive of Worlds unleashes its most horrific story ever put to magic-infused celluloid, the dark and twisted tale of that demon from the depths, Etrigan. Okay, Etrigan's cool. Batman Reptilian. Batman fights some weird reptilian creature thing. So this is going to be $4 for 32 pages. Batman, The Adventure Continues, Season 2, Number 2. Again, I'd be more excited for The Adventure Continues. I mean, this is Alan Burnett and Paul Dini, who have done absolutely fantastic work, are back to kind of work on this thing. But again, there's no suspense in this stuff because, well, we already know exactly where things are going to go. So it kind of makes me a little bit disappointed in that regards. I think it could be really interesting if they weren't so like limited with what they can do. Next thing, Batman the Detective number 4. This is a Tom Taylor Batman book. I'm kind of Batmaned out with a lot of stuff. Okay, this is the one I looked through these earlier today, and this kind of upset me because there's a huge freaking spoiler in these solicitations for this thing. Because I'm reading Batman Urban Legends and I'm loving the Red Hood storyline, but they just gave away a big major spoiler in the solicitations before the issue 3 even came out. So if you don't want spoilers, I recommend kind of looking away just for a second. Batman Urban Legends number 5, the Chip Zdarsky storyline is really good. Meet Sheard, the villain behind the insidious teardrops altering the citizens of Gotham. When they're confronted with the man responsible for taking the lives of so many, including Tyler, the kid Jason Todd swore to protect, will Red Hood be able to stop himself from taking vengeance for a whole city? God damn it, the kid's gonna die. I thought that was so engaging in this thing. Oh god, this is such a gut punching series. I mean, Chip Zdarsky's Red Hood thing is amazing. Everything else is just, there's some fine stuff, but damn, is that good? Is it really good? We got these covers here. Let's take a look at these covers. Okay, there's that one. There's the Red Hood one. And shoot. Come on, pop up. Here's the Batgirls cover. Let's see what it says about Batgirls. Where are we at here? Why did I hate going on these sites like this sometimes because it just jumps ahead. Okay, so we got a Batgirl storyline. Tim is returned to find his friend Bernard, who was taken by the Chaos Monster before his very eyes, but this case is different from any Tim has taken on before, and the cracks are starting to show. Cassandra Cain and Stephanie Brown are just 2 teenagers breaking into Wayne Manor so they can play some video games. When Oracle gives them a mission, the Batgirls suit up and head into band. Why are they breaking into Wayne Manor? And wait a second, they're teenagers now? Weren't they like adults beforehand? If that's the case, okay, that's a big no-no. Why would they draw them like that if they're teenagers? Yeah, that's not the cover you want to have. So Tevye, Tim Drake's going to be in Batman Urban Legends. Catwoman. So Catwoman Poison Ivy, written by Ram the Fifth. Selena has worked hard to establish herself as the queen of Alleytown, but in response to Catwoman saving Poison Ivy from extermination at the hands of Saint Industries, again, this is all Simon Stain, Future State. Everything's kind of coming together with that. So Catwoman has seen a man take his own life to avoid the consequences of crossing Saint Industries, so she knows there's no telling what they have in store for her and her gang of strays. And to make matters worse, Alleytown's eerily quiet and empty streets now set the stage for the long-awaited confrontation between Catwoman and Father Ally. So Poison Ivy's on the cover there. I'm doing okay. So no... Yeah, well, Tim's going to be in other stuff. Damian's got the Robin series this time, Tevye. Tim is going to be in a bunch of other stuff. He's going to be appearing in Nightwing as well, from what I've heard. He's also going to have Batman Urban Legends, and he's probably going to become like the main Robin stuff working with Batman in Gotham City since James Tynion is a big fan of him. Damian's getting his Robin solo series because let's face it, like after the shit he went through, he's kind of earned a series. Like his character got assassinated pretty badly, and it sounds more interesting than kind of anything else. We'll talk about that in a second. Challenge of the Super Sons number 4. This series is actually coming to an end on Monday. And these are just the physical copies. So these are going to be how many pages? 4 of 7. This is 32 pages. So they're kind of taking things and yeah, I know. I said that, Tevye. He's going to be in Nightwing. So Challenge of Super Sons number 4. This is just the same digital thing, but it's going to be the physical printings of them all. So again, if you want to reread them and pick them up here, you can do so. It's actually cheaper to get them all digitally because it's like $14 to get them all digitally versus like spending like, again, this is $4 for a printed issue for like 7. So you got to add that up. It's like 20. You're like doubling. It costs twice as much to get them physical copies, basically, when you factor in all of them. But yeah, this is only thing written by Tomasi come July. I don't know what he's going to be doing. He doesn't seem to have any other DC projects kind of lined up right now. I hope that it's not the case and he gets to be put on something soon because, well, damn, he's one of their best writers at DC Comics, and he's just constantly, like, every good thing that he does just kind of gets shafted by, like, the next writer. Super Sons. What happens to John Kent? Aged up Damian goes in that awful Teen Titans book. His Superman run taken over by Bendis. His Detective Comics, he gets taken off early, even though his Titans Detective Comics book was better than James Tynion's Batman book. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why he keeps getting taken off despite constantly delivering on all sorts of stuff, but hopefully he gets put on a good book soon because it's kind of upsetting me. Checkmate number 2 by Brian Michael Bendis. Speaking of Bendis, yeah, he better be writing something good for DC Comics. Because like after Challenge of the Super Sons drops, he's on nothing. He's on nothing, and there's nothing for July. He better have. If he doesn't have anything by August, that's kind of concerning. So I don't know what he's gonna be working on next. He just seems to not be doing anything. So maybe he's taking a little bit of a breather, or maybe he's going to come back and do other stuff. So Checkmate number 2, the Heroes Network, the secret technology that connects the Batcave, the Hall of Justice, and Superman's Fortress of Solitude holds all the secrets of the DC Universe. The growing evil called Leviathan is trying to get it, and Checkmate are the only people standing in the way. All this in Leviathan versus Talia al Ghul in a fight to the finish. Not to mention someone has kidnapped Lois Lane, and you never, ever, ever kidnap Lois Lane. Plus, who's the Damon Rose from the Eisner winning team? Brian Michael Bendis announced me the story ties directly into events of Justice League. Well, I'm not reading Justice League, and I have pretty much no interest in Leviathan, or Checkmate, or whatever it is. So we'll see what happens there. Nice to never come back with something. Yeah, I hope so too. Never heard of it. Still using Leviathan sucks. I guess so. Crime Syndicate number 5. Again, if you kind of want to look at that, links in there. Crush and Lobo number 2, written by Mariko Tamaki. He's also doing Detective Comics, and it's not half bad. So if there's anything Crush knows, that traveling through space is a great time to load up on coffee, catch up on Murderous Podcast, and definitely not get sucked into a spiral of depression and dumped you, yada, yada, yada. When Crush's trusty travel mug runs dry, pit stop for caffeine puts Lobo's daughter face to face with an old enemy whose vicious revenge could put an end to her journey when it's only just barely begun. Tick-tock, Crush, your father's waiting. So here's the Crush and Lobo series. Speaking of Detective Comics, also Mariko Tamaki right here is writing this. Looks to be writing 3 issues of DC Comics stuff there. Yeah, Crush, I'm like, out of the newer characters on Damien's previous team, I guess Crush was the best, but like still not like an amazing character by any means. We'll get to the Titans in a second, Andre Rance. Chorizo, maybe I do. I don't know. I can't think of what chorizo tastes like. Detective Comics 1039. So looks like someone brought a batarang to a bazooka fight. As the explosive battle royale between Batman and Mr. Worth roars to a climax, Huntress is on the trail of the other major threat plaguing Gotham City. Violence, Parasite, Vile. By the end of this battle, one character will be dead, one avenged, and even more holding on for dear life. Do not miss this epic issue that leads directly into the Batman Secret Files Hunter special. Plus, in the Vile Truth, catch a glimpse of the secret origin of Detective Comics breakout villain Vile through the lens of writer-artist Tristan Jones. Who is Vile? I'm not really familiar with Vile. Never really got into it. Detective Comics 1040, art by Mariko Tamaki, art by Dan Mora. When the cops brought Bruce Wayne in for questioning last month, a giant money man with a bazooka and a mustache for days blew the place up. So what's that mean for Gotham's ex-favorite son? Well, it means Bruce Wayne has to spend a weekend in lockup. Can Batman's alter ego go the weekend without getting stabbed? I suppose, to be fair, he's stabbed on the reg as Batman anyway. Plus, a major Batman villain meets his death in a story that will rock the world of Gotham City in a monstrous way. Do not miss The Night Blank was killed by Dan Waters and Kyle Hotz. Okay, so a Batman villain's going to die. So, yeah. So I'm not interested in the main 2 Batman books. Yeah, I mean, they could be better. Future State Gotham number 3 by Joshua Williamson, who seems to be writing like everything these days. Red Hood comes to mask with Gotham's Most Wanted. The next Batman is the future of Bat Family continues. The deadly showdown made worse by the horde of psychopathic criminals who want to kill them both. And finally, the new Gotham villain, Warmonger, reveals himself. So we got that. We got Green Lantern number 4, written by Jeffrey Thorne, with the Young Justice Teen Lantern there. We got that. Harley Quinn number 5 by Stephanie Phillips. Sorry, I don't really read Green Lantern right now, so I just kind of skimmed through it. Am I selling, or is this another new creep in the funny costume trying to take over Gotham City? So we got a Harley Quinn storyline here. I have not read any of the Harley Quinn stuff lately because I just, it's just not interesting to me. We will find out who Red X is, I'm sure. It's going to be some original character from Titans Academy. Infinite Frontier number 2 and Infinite Frontier number 3. So I'm going to be covering the Infinite Frontier stuff. I talked about the Infinite Frontier 0 number special. This is going to be 40 pages. So this is going to be a big one, and this other one's going to be 40 pages. So we got a lot of Infinite Frontier stuff. Looks like there's Black Canary there. Let's go ahead and read this stuff. What secrets and changes lurk inside the newly expanded multiverse? The devious director Bones of the DEO reforms a ragtag team to keep the New Worlds at bay, but was highly skilled agent Cameron Chase recruited because the director needs her help, or because he wants a patsy when things go south? Meanwhile, Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, takes drastic measures to find his missing daughter. Someone has kidnapped Jade, and Alan's going to find out why and bring her home. Plus, the resurrection of Roy Harper gives the former Teen Titan some unexpected and unpredictable new powers. So it looks like either Roy might be a Black Lantern. So he's coming back regardless. We know this. So should be interesting. Berylion's history with the Psycho Pirate isn't pleasant. The Flash encountered this mind-bending villain all the way back in the original Crisis on Infinite Earths, and it did not end well for the Scarlet Speedster. For the first time since his death and rebirth, Barry runs afoul of this foe. Hopefully it will go better this time around. That is, even if the bigger villain behind the pirate stays out of the fray, or if President Superman of Justice Incarnate sticks around to help win the day. There we go. It won't be Damian as Red X. That's pretty much a given at this point. He's off doing his own thing as Robin. So, but then again, who knows? Where are we at? Justice League number 64 by Bendis. I'm not interested in this at all, but I'll read it anyways because it's Justice League. Introducing the United, this all-new star group of alien warriors represents all voices of the newly formed United Planets, the Galactic Justice League, if you will. The first legion of superheroes, sort of. The United comes to the new Justice League for help because the biggest threat to the universe is on the loose, and all roads lead to Superman. All this and Aquaman is some surprising news. This big, bold, universe-spanning story serves as a perfect hopping-on point for fans curious where their favorite DC heroes go next. Plus, in the backup story, I think Rob Show led the Demon Fists instead of the Teen Titans. No, I don't like Damian leading the... I don't like him doing anything bad. That's me. You're actually going to get that next week, Tevya, in Action Comics, I guess. I have no idea who that is, David the Master. Plot. Well, the Justice League Dark regroups after hitting the books. Literally all eyes turn towards Gotham, where Merlin's followers gather to protect a mysterious weapon. It'll take one night, but two to infiltrate the cult and save your life. Batman guest stars as the Eternal Knight's new squire in this action-packed tale. All right, so Justice League number 65, written by Brian Michael Bendis. The Justice League heads to deep space on the trail of the most dangerous new criminal in all the galaxy. The biggest threat to the United Planets is on the loose, and no one in the cosmos is safe. Meanwhile, on Earth, Checkmate breaks into the Hall of Justice looking for clues to Black Canary's secret affiliation. What secret affiliation, you ask? It's a secret, duh. All this, and Black Adam declares himself leader of the League. Okay, so that could be interesting. Plus, as the Justice League Dark plans their next move, Batman makes his in Gotham. An ally from Etrigan's past holds the key to saving the present, but to retrieve it, the League and the Eternal Knights must venture deep into twisted dreams. Little they knew, Randu Singh's mind is amazed that they could end up trapped in for good. So there we go. Justice League Last Ride number 3, a story by Chip Zdarsky. I might even check out this Zdarsky stuff because, well, I really liked his Red Hood stuff. I thought it was really good. So, Apocalypse on the fiery terror, the multiverse now a lifeless husk filled with ghosts and dark secrets. Will the planet formerly ruled by Darkseid help the Justice League or destroy it? Wow, that's a very brief thing. Legends of the Dark Knight number 3, more Batman stuff. Batman. They should change it from Detective Comics to just Batman Comics because that's pretty much all it is at this point. So yeah, it should be interesting, I guess. Bad Night, Good Night draws this epic conclusion. Time runs out. Riddle's new partner, Quiz, captures Batman. The Dark Knight must make a deal with this deadly duo to escape and stop the mysterious gas mask salesman, disrupting the Gotham Underground from selling to one of the city's most dangerous villains, the Scarecrow. So there you go. Oh, I liked, well, what about Williamson, Tevye? I thought Williamson was doing pretty good. Thoughts on the X-Files? Never got into it. Never really got into it. I watched a few episodes, but I like the opening theme, but never got into it. Where are we at here? Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom, number 3, story by Brandon Easton. After experiencing the mysterious effects of Thaddeus Brown's ashes, Shiloh uses his newfound abilities to dig into the origin of Nibiru Free and her powerful minions known as the Core, but the Miracle Mantle bears many secrets and leads Shiloh and his allies to new faces. But are they loyal to the Free name? The deadly truth Shiloh uncovers could spell catastrophe for the galaxy and forever destroy the legacy of Mr. Miracle. Yeah. So Mr. Miracle, I never really got into it, but I know a lot of people do, so there you go. We'll talk about Nightwing in a second. Oh, have I ever watched Power Rangers? Have I watched Power Rangers? I love Power Rangers. You kidding me? Like when I did my skydive video, I literally had the music from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. I've met a couple Power Rangers. I have a Morpher. I have a Green Ranger helmet. I have the Dragon Dagger. I have a lot of Power Ranger shits because I love Power Rangers. So yes, I have watched Power Rangers. Ben Kingsley, he can be a really good actor. There you go. That's my thoughts on Ben Kingsley. Perfectly cast as Gandhi in that movie, by the way. It felt like I was seeing Gandhi again. It was kind of interesting. Which Ben-Hur? The original or the remake? Nightwing, number 82, written by Tom Taylor. So again, I'm enjoying Tom Taylor's Nightwing run. Again, he's got his little puppy there. Tim Drake's supposed to come in, like, I think it's next month's issue or like the issue after. I'm not exactly sure, but it should be interesting. Okay, where are we at here? Damn it. See, this is what I hate about like these websites. Where are we at? Come on. Let's go all the way back up to Nightwing just because I want to look at a cover and then it takes me back here. So we got, okay, where are we at? Nightwing number 82. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the most important one, which is Robin number 4. So again, Nightwing number 2, Melinda Zuko's connection to the man who killed Dick Grayson's parents wasn't a surprise to the Bloodhaven hero. What the former Robin discovers about Melinda's ties to the Flying Graysons leaves the usually upbeat detective speechless. Okay, so this should make things kind of interesting. So, yeah. Tevya, at this point, I just don't care anymore. John is pretty much gone. So I'm just going to have... You got it. I know people want to see him de-aged and all that, but at this point, unless there's a reboot, it's just not going to happen anymore. And I'm just like, I'm done caring. It's been a few years. It's been like 3 years now since it happened, I think. So it's done. John is gone. That's it. It's over. I don't care anymore. But yeah. Sorry, John, but you're gone. We're just going to have to accept the new John as is. The guy who made this Nightwing comic, isn't he the guy who killed Nightwing in the first place in Justice? Yes, he did, Andre Rance, but to be fair, he's doing a good job, so you can check that out. Have not really, God, I haven't seen the new one. I watched the old one years ago, and I thought it was pretty good. I think I still have it on VHS. I have to check it again. It's been a really long time, but like another Charlton Heston film I like was Ten Commandments. Problem can't accept. Okay, so here we go. Robin number 4. God, like the Robin covers just continue to be like the best covers going on at DC right now. I mean, just each of these covers just delivers. Why do you think I put it in the thumbnail? The Rose Wilson variant cover here, the Robin cover. I'm just so excited to read this book next week. It's coming out Tuesday, only a few days away from Robin number 1. Damian Wayne versus his grandfather, the immortal Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, or however the hell you pronounce it. I'm going to say Ra's al Ghul. For years, Batman's son avoided learning the ways of the demon from Ra's, but now that the training may be exactly what Robin needs to win the League of Lazarus tournament. Plus, Ravager follows a mysterious respawn to the secrets of Lazarus Island. So Damian's going to confront Ra's again, and he's going to have to, like, learn to fight from his grandfather, even though he doesn't necessarily want that type of lifestyle. So he's got to... It's going to be interesting to see. He's like, okay, to win this thing, I got to get help from my grandfather. Maybe I feel like they're kind of setting things up with Ra's to put in a more interesting direction than just straight up like villain. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see like where things go with Ra's as a character. So I have not seen that. Oh, I think Nightwing's good. Because Master of the Mess. Sorry, Tevya, it's over. It's time to. It's no more. It's gone. John is gone. We have to just live with it now. He's gone. He's not coming back. Rorschach number 10 by Tom King. Well, John Kent is getting a solo by Tom Taylor, so he's not exactly in the worst place of things. So we'll see where he goes from here. But he's in good hands with Taylor, so look at that. Never even heard of that food, David. Okay, so we got, what is it? Ruby versus the Justice League #4. While searching the harbor, Blaking. Okay, so this is just some Ruby stuff. I never really got into Ruby, so there you go. Sensational Wonder Woman #5. So again, this is a digital series. Strange Adventures #11 by Tom King. Adam Strange. There's kind of that stuff. Suicide Squad #5 by Robbie Thompson. After the disastrous mission to Titans Academy and ill-fated confrontation with Red X, Task Force X looks into the multiverse for its next recruits under Amanda Waller, assigned to investigate the status of Earth 3. The team's field leader, Peacemaker, begins to question what Waller plans to do with her ultimate Suicide Squad as the deadly Bloodsport takes charge. Okay, so we got that. Supergirl. All right, so where we at? Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, #2. This is by Tom King. So more Supergirl stuff. After the shocking conclusion of the last issue, Supergirl and her new friend, Ruthie, find themselves stranded in no way to pursue Krem, the murderous King's agent. Each moment this fugitive roams free, the more beings become dangerously close to dying by his hand. There is no time to lose, so our heroes must now travel across the universe the old-fashioned way, by cosmic bus. Literally, their journey will be dark, one filled with terrors that not even the Maid of Might is prepared to face. Can Kara Zor-El lie low enough to ensure their safe passage? Only time will tell. Then we got Superman Red and Blue #5. Let's see what kind of stuff they have here. Oh, let's take a look here. I've seen bits of Justice League action. There's the episode where Mark Hamill confronts the Joker. It's Mark Hamill, the Joker, and the Trickster, or something like that. I thought that was kind of funny, where it's just the different characters Mark Hamill voiced. I thought that was kind of funny. No real opinions. Haven't really watched it, but I'm aware of the "say hello to my little friend" lines. So, and a few lines from the movie. I never watched it. Maybe Young Justice Lost in Time. Something. I mean, that would be a big bummer. It's a very straight of childhood. It's at least experience his childhood. Well, to be fair, Damien got screwed out of a childhood for 10 years. I never got to be a kid. So he got it worse than John did, I think. Or I don't know. John got it pretty bad, too. And Swamp Thing, I like that episode. Yeah, there's some good stuff in Justice League action. I got to sit down and watch it. I just actually watched all the way through the first time the entirety of the 60s Batman show. That was kind of a fun experience. So Wilson! There you go. Those are my thoughts on Castaway. I like Castaway. It's pretty good. Okay, so Superman Red and Blue #5. There are no dogs in the multiverse quite like Superman's best friend, Krypto. Join us this month for an epic retelling of Superman's canine companions origin story, along with 4 additional tales about the Man of Steel, including one that proves that even the secret identity Clark Kent is just as super. While Superman is known for his larger-than-life heroism, in this issue we tell the story of a delicate infant rocketed through the unforgiving universe. Also meet for the first time the man rescued by Superman more often than anyone else in the multiverse, and follow Pa Kent as he learns what it really means to be the father of a superhero. So there you go. Oh yeah, Young Justice. I think they got like 10 episodes done in terms of at least that's what Greg Weisman was saying. So they got something close to that on Twitter. All right, we got a drink of water. Talking for 40 minutes kills your voice. All right, Teen Titans Academy #5. So there we go. We got the Red X thing there. After launching their own investigation into the identity of Red X, Gotham City expatriates and new Titans Academy students Batgirl, Chupacabra, and Megabat come face to face with the mysterious figure in the flesh. With the tables turned, this Bat Pack of kids must reveal their own secret origins to their masked captor. God, I can't read today. So again, this is more Teen Titans Academy stuff. It's more focused on the new characters, which makes you wonder, what's even the point of including the previous Teen Titans team? And then if it's just going to be all about the new characters, again, it's just pretty much all about Red X. This is an overcrowded book. Too many people are in it. There's no time to really get the sense to care. I mean, that could change, but man, that first issue was just a mess. So we'll see what they kind of do. I'm kind of disappointed some characters are kind of stuck in this book and just kind of out of character. And the less said about Teen Titans Academy, the better. But yeah, I just don't care. But I will be covering it because, well, somebody's got to. Yes, I've heard of the Hugo thing. I'll keep it in mind. At least Scorsese did something different with that. The Dreaming Waking Hours, number 12. I have not read any of The Dreaming, so if you're interested in that, there's this. The Flash, number 772, story by Jeremy Adams. Leaving the past mistakes behind and racing to the future, Wally West returns as Central City Scarlet Speedster. Now reunited with his wife, Linda, and their 2 children, the former Kid Flash begins a new chapter in his life, but Wally quickly remembers that saving lives and fighting supervillains may make him a hero, but they don't pay the bills. Luckily, an old friend may have just the right job for this blue-collar champion. So again, Wally West as the main Flash, that's pretty great. He's got his kids back. He's off to do some cool stuff, so we'll see what they do with Wally. The Joker, number 5, story by James Tynion IV and Matt Rosenberg. So the never-before-seen tale of the Joker's first night in Arkham Asylum is finally revealed when a lunatic in a clown suit tries to poison Gotham City's reservoir and is placed in Arkham Asylum before his trial. Detective Jim Gordon realizes something's different about the new inmate that could forever change the future of Gotham. Backup, rising star artist Sweeney Boo joins the series as things get worse and worse for Punchline and Bluebird. Punchline's prison war against the Queen of Spades escalates, and no prisoner at Blackgate Penitentiary will be exempt from choosing sides. And after barely escaping death at the hands of Punchline's former accomplice, will Bluebird have the will to continue her investigation and find the mysterious woman from Punchline's past who has the answers she's looking for? So there you go. The Joker, $6. Man, these prices just keep going up and up for these books. How many pages is this thing? 40 pages. $6 for 40 pages. I feel like things are getting out of hand. Are not going to matter like Red X is. Like, well, maybe it's just because I'm biased, but I love Red X. Yeah, Red X was cool in the Teen Titans show, but since they're going to be making him a completely original character, like a new character, and not like a previous like DC character with a close connection to Robin, like in the Teen Titans show, like that's what made it more interesting. Here, it's just going to be some made-up new character. And again, the whole Red X thing was never a factor in DC Comics until just the series. So they're just kind of just adding in a bunch of like retcon stuff. Like, again, if this was such a huge part, why is it never referenced in the entire time Dick Grayson was Robin and Nightwing? It just feels like a bunch of made up stuff that they just kind of threw at the book. So we'll see. Have not seen it. Boy, Tevia, you're really on point trying to de-age John Kent. I mean, you're the champion for this, but like I said, it's kind of over. Yeah, like Arkham Knight in the comics. Arkham Knight in the comics actually, see, Arkham Knight in the video game, it was so dumb making it Jason Todd. He's already Red Hood. Like it was everybody's like, okay, it's Jason Todd. Like, no, it's not. Okay, what it is. Arkham Knight in the comics, they actually made it better by having it be, was it Astrid Arkham? Yeah, it's like, why not just never mind about Arkham Knight. Like, if they're going to make it a new character, they should have just made a new character. It worked better in the comics, which Tomasi wrote, so good there. Never seen it. Disappointing. The only thing Red X ever had was a mystery. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was just kind of an interesting mystery. Well, maybe some good. It is Titans Academy, so, like, see the thing... Let's say about it. Okay, the next Batman, Second Son, number 4. I don't know. Is this set in the present? I haven't been reading the next Batman. There's too many Batman books to keep up with. I'm trying to, but it is kind of hard. We'll get evidence against the criminal arcane. Jace Fox has a brutal showdown with assassins. You work in the shocking arrival of Katana could turn the tables, but for whom? Plus tensions in the GCPD run high as Mayor Nakano's anti-mask policies divide the force, and Lucius Fox must decide if he wants to be part of the magistrate program and prepare for a blockbuster ending. Written by John Ridley. The Nice House in the Lake, number 2. Not familiar with it. Other History of the DC Universe, number 5. Also written by John Ridley. So we got that. The Swamp Thing. Not Swamp Thing. The Swamp Thing, number 5. Newly affirmed with knowledge and powers gained from the Green, yet lonelier than ever. Levy Kami is pulled once more into the service of the Avatar of the Green Summon. Yada, yada, yada. More Swamp Thing stuff. Okay, here's an interesting one. Truth and Justice, number 6. Oh, look at it. Damien's on the cover here. It's Damian Wayne's birthday. Oh, and the Bat family throws a surprise party in the Batcave. Wait a second. They're actually acknowledging the kid's birthday. It's about time. I mean, let's be honest. Bruce is not giving a shit when it comes to this kid's birthday. Like, I mean, he kind of earned a surprise party. So we'll talk about that. But it seems someone has other plans. As a pair of ancient Hittite deities crash the party, Robin's battle with the Tarun and Ariniti, take him on a wild ride all the way to Budapest, ultimately leading him to his grandfather, Ra's al Ghul. As Batman wages a battle to rescue son, Damian is left to ponder a life-altering question. Choose immortality and stand at his grandfather's side, or choose mortality and continue on his path alongside his father? Oh my god, this storyline again. I'm so tired of the, will you choose to be me or you choose to be them. He's already with his dad. He's gonna be Robin in these other books. Just keep him as Robin. Like, why go back to his awful grandfather? So yeah, but it should be kind of fun. At least they're throwing a surprise party for the kid, because let's face it, his dad's not been there for him. It was Jason Todd. Never said it was, so it's clear Jason Todd. Yep. Yeah, it's probably Jason Todd, or maybe a clone, or like from another universe would be kind of interesting. But again, it's probably Jason Todd. And Wonder Girl number 3 by Joelle Jones. Now, Crown Harris champion Yar needs to start acting like one. Enter Eros, the goddess' favorite grandson, and the god of love. Can Yar resist his charms long enough to master unpredictable new powers? All the gods are watching. Are you? Maybe. Wonder Woman number 775, written by Becky Cloonan, Michael W. Conrad, and Jordi Belair. Welcome to the Graveyard of Gods. Wonder Woman, the Keeper of the Grounds, anticipates your arrival. Many enter these hallowed grounds of the DCU, but none return to the world of the living. So how is Diana supposed to save herself, let alone a whole pantheon of gods with her weapons rendered useless? She'll have to find the key to victory within. Plus, in a seemingly happier time, young Diana emerges from her readings just in time to discover that Chio has been possessed by the very text they wish to save. How could the pursuit of knowledge become something so twisted? Found out as our young hero battles for her life against her former teacher. So that's Wonder Woman 775. Here's number 776. What do you got here? One of my all-time favorite movies, David, is that he keeps calling Robin Kid. Yeah, I think it could probably be Robin from another universe or something. I don't know. It could probably be a clone. Who knows? Wonder Woman number 776. Becky Cloonan, Michael Conrad, Jordan Belair. They may look innocent, but the fairies of I can't say that. Elfheim have it in for Wonder Woman. What did Diana do to incur their wrath? Well, it may have something to do with the Roman god who has turned the sphere of the gods upside down in pursuit of power. Someone must pay for the damage they've caused, and Ratatosk. Okay, I can't even speak right now. Ratatosk. Okay. Could be the first if Diana doesn't find him in time. Back in Themyscira, in the days of Diana's youth, the missing historical texts are close to being completed. But at what costs? Is knowledge of the Amazon's past worth all this trouble? Find out as the culprit behind it all reveals himself and shares a truth that will change Diana's childhood forever. Wonder Woman Black and Gold, number 2. I like the black and gold. So we have Batman Black and White, Superman Red and Blue, and Wonder Woman Black and Gold. I think the black and gold looks pretty cool. Stories by Mariko Tamaki, Che Grayson, Tilly Walden, Stephanie Williams, and Rachel Smythe. The new visually stunning all-star pack celebration of Wonder Woman continues. Some of the comics' greatest storytellers present 5 beautifully bombastic tales that take Diana all over the DC universe. First stop, the very depths of hell. Both friend and foe come along for the ride of a lifetime with guest experiences by Steve Trevor, Nubia, and the Forceborn. This issue concludes with a journey to a place never seen before. Wonder Woman's dreams as a celebration of her 80th anniversary continues. Looney Tunes 261. Is anybody reading these Looney Tunes? How do you go to 261 issues? I've never seen these in comic shops. I don't know who's reading them. They just keep printing them, I guess. Somebody's got to be buying them. Otherwise, they would have stopped a while ago. But yes, more Looney Tunes. Need a drink. Mad Magazine, number 231. So don't throw in the towel. Okay, Mad Magazine. They got some stuff there, so if you're interested in that. The Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries. I see Scooby. I see Nightwing. It looks like Batgirl, Black Mask. Oh, let's take a look at this. 1 or 2 monster masks might just mean there's a smuggler or crooked real estate developer in town. But when Gotham City is terrorized by an army of thugs in monster masks, it can only mean one thing: a citywide crime spree by Black Mask and his gang, the False Face Society. With Batman mysteriously missing and Nightwing and Batgirl up against a horde of crooked creatures, it's lucky that the heroes have help from Scooby and the gang. After all, who has more experience in pulling off masks, the masks of bad guys? Absolute The Fourth World by Jack Kirby, Volume 2. Looks like these are just some trade paperback collections. Omnibus, Court of Owls, Batman Zero Year. Deathstroke by Christopher Priest. $150. Is this the entire run? Oh wow, this is the entire omnibus of Christopher Priest Deathstroke book. For only $150, you get everything. Yep, looks like the whole thing. So if you're interested in that, there you go. Okay. Fables Compendium 3, Fourth World, Gotham Monster Hunter, Hellblazer. I'll just keep going down. Oh, looks like it. And there we go. Those are the solicitations for DC Comics. Oh my goodness, that was a long, long time going through this thing, but we are now kind of at the end. How many people are watching this? 13 people. Holy shnikes. We got a lot of people, so this is kind of fun. Have you tried Mexican soup? I have not, David. Boring. Both funny and a lot of TV networks are doing reboots, but Teen Titans season 6 is not coming out yet, and that's crazy. If any time to do season 6, it would be now. It would be, but I'd be kind of worried how they would write it. I don't know if they'd. We'll see what they kind of do, but like, I mean, I want to follow up, but the thing that came out after that was the last thing with that universe. Well, we had Trouble in Tokyo, which I don't think is very good. Then we had Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go, which was actually a lot of fun. It was mostly a Raven-centered story, and it turned out to be pretty well. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out. Opinion on Birdman. I like Birdman. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so that's those are the solicitations in a nutshell. I've been talking for almost an hour at this point. Static could be pretty good. We'll see. They're changing up his origin. So Shazam's creative team was very disappointing. Yeah, they have not impressed me in terms of Titans Academy. So yeah, pretty much all this future state stuff with Teen Titans and Titans Academy, it just feels like too much shit is just kind of crammed into the stuff instead of allowing like a nice setup and allowing things to breathe. It just feels like they're just throwing so much at you, and it's just not my thing. But yeah, so of course I'm most looking forward to the Robin book. That's my most anticipated thing. Other than that, I am excited to see what Tom Taylor is going to do with John Kent's Superman. I think that could be quite interesting because, well, Tom Taylor is a pretty good writer. So we'll see what he kind of does with that. So that's probably the biggest book coming out that month is this. So we'll kind of see what they do from here. I mean, it's if John Kent's kind of already like gone as a character for the most part. The only I think who can save him at this point is Tom Taylor. I think that's why they kind of threw him at the book to try and make this work. But yeah, so there you go. This is Superman. This Jonathan Kent has experienced a lot in his young life. He's traveled the galaxies with his Kryptonian grandfather and lived in the future with the Legion of Superheroes who are intent on training him for the day his father, Clark Kent, can no longer be Superman. There is a hole in the Legion's history that prevents John from knowing exactly when that will happen, but all signs point to it being very soon. It's time for the son to wear the cape of his father and bear the symbol of hope that has told the world who Superman really is. Join Robert Tom Taylor and artist John Timms as they usher in a whole new era for the House of L. Also, Tales of Metropolis continues. Jimmy Olsen gathers his misfit heroes, including Ambush Bug and Gangbuster, to find out who the project really is and why she sets high. Sorry, I can't read right now. My voice is gone. But I am most excited. I am very excited for this one. Excited for the Ron books. It's kind of crazy that the Super Sons both have solo books right now. But yeah. So I'm excited for the two new Superman books. Yeah, there's definitely some cool stuff with them. So. Not familiar with Captain Fantastic. Is that the Heath Ledger movie? I can't remember. Yeah, we'll see what they do with Superman vs. the Authority. So, my voice is almost gone. Does anybody have any other last-minute questions? What are you most looking forward to in terms of the solicitations? I want to make this like I'll try and push this video to just an hour. So I got about like 90 seconds left. So before I kind of end this thing and wrap it up, but. Worst fantasy movie? Shit, I don't know. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons is pretty bad, but it's kind of funny. Probably like maybe In the Name of a King, like the Uwe Boll stuff. Those are pretty terrible. A lot of people are not happy about the Powerpuff live action show. I feel like they should at least wait for the show to come out. It's just crazy how a lot of people would disagree. The new Powerpuff Girls show. They've kind of like what made the Powerpuff Girls unique was that they were like just basically kindergartners as superheroes, making them grown adults and like hating the fact that they were superheroes just kind of goes against like the whole thing. I don't like that aspect to it. Maybe some people do. It's just not necessarily for me. But we'll see. I mean, the actresses, it's weird to say that like the Powerpuff Girls like on that show look hot. It just doesn't feel right to say that because I have such a distinct image with who the Powerpuff Girls are, and seeing them as adults looking like that, it It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right at all. We'll see what they do with. God, I can guarantee you there's going to be a lot of weird stuff with the Rowdy Rough Boys if they cast him on that show. And probably Mojo Jojo. Maybe him. We'll see what they do with him. So him should be interesting. And the mayor too. Tom Kenny is going to be the narrator, so at least that's cool. I don't know. I'm definitely going to be checking it out because I love the Powerpuff Girls growing up. So we'll see what they do. Yep. TV show without even watching it. Oof. I don't know. Like, what even was like a 1940s and 50s show? I don't know off the top of my head, David. I can't answer right now. It's kind of tough to say. A lot of things feel unnecessary, Tevya, but that's just kind of the way the world is when it comes to like a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to end this video with we'll put. I'll look at the Robin covers really quick because I thought they looked pretty cool. I'm gonna look at this variant cover. Look at this cover. I mean, these covers look great. I mean, the Robin book just continues to just deliver with these awesome covers. But man, I cannot wait to read this book already. There we go. Look at that. There's our boy. Look at him right there. Training with Ra's al Ghul. The Robin book just continues to deliver. So yeah, we all grow up sometimes. Gladiator is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Favorite Superman Rebirth story. You know, Tevya, I can't remember. I got to go back and reread it, but I just like the stuff where they're just kind of just chilling and kind of learning things. It was just a really nice, heartwarming series that really showed Superman's heroic side and like him teaching his son. I just kind of like the downtime stuff in that book. I just kind of like the whole thing in general. So, all right, any last minute questions? What are you all looking forward to most of all in terms of the July solicitations? Before I go ahead and end this and go off into the sunsets. Do you know this creepy kid show called Scoop and Doozy? I have never heard of this at all. So, favorite movie of the 2010s? I don't know. I really couldn't answer that right now, David. I'd have to really sit through and think about from the 2010s to, 2019. There's a lot of stuff I liked. Pacific Rim's one. I really loved War for the Planet of the Apes. Toy Story 3 was great. There's a lot of stuff to kind of choose from. I don't know if I could choose a personal favorite, but it's tough. I'm looking forward to the next Titans Academy, some of the Nightwing and Batman and Batgirl books. Okay, yeah, so that should be interesting. All right, I'm going to give this thing another 20 seconds. If I don't have any more questions, I'll kind of call it a day. Any last minute stuff? Give me 10 more seconds for any last minute questions, and then I'll kind of end this thing and talk about what's next for the channel. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay. Well, so since I don't see any more. All right, here we go. David threw one out there. Have not watched the Lost in Space Netflix series. Good vibes. Yep. So I've not watched that, David, but yes, good vibes. So, oh yeah, I absolutely 100% believe it. Joshua Williamson. It's very apparent, Tevya, that Williamson is a massive fan of the character, and since he's kind of in charge of like writing future state stuff. He seems like he's going to write the character well. He's wanted to do this for years. His whole thing is about going back on the path of a hero, and so he's going to do good things. I think we're in pretty good hands here. So, all right, David the Master, you have a good one. How would you do a Super Sons animated movie? There's a lot of ideas for what I do. I kind of go like you got to start out with the intro of the characters, and then I think you got to kind of have it to where they save their parents. And really kind of like test the friendship. So take some of the strongest elements throughout the run and just kind of put it into a movie. And then maybe add some other characters too to make it more exciting. So with that said, I'm going to let you all go. I really appreciate everybody for jumping in on the latest live stream. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but it was fun going through and talking about the solicitations. My voice is pretty much shot at this point. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below, like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. Let other people know that I'm here to talk about this stuff and get the word out there, I guess. And, we'll we'll see where July brings us in terms of DC Comics. I guess I'll be back next month to talk about the August solicitations. Thank you so much, Andre Rance. You too. Next thing on the channel, I will be posting a Mortal Kombat review later on today. I got some more comic book stuff coming out next week. We're going to have the Robin book, which the first issue of that will be out next week. So I'll be talking about that. The last issue of Challenge of the Super Sons will be another one that'll be out next week. And there's a few other Batman-related books that I'll be talking about. I think Teen Titans Academy comes out then too. So I'll be covering a lot of stuff next week. So that should be kind of fun, I guess. So I got all this stuff next week. Finish up Challenge of the Super Sons. I'm also going to be getting to work trying to write and post an all-new DC AMU movie review. I want to definitely get back to work on that stuff. And then there's some other stuff I want to get to on the channel. So it's a couple of Godzilla-related stuff. But other than that, things are doing pretty well. Thank you all for the new additional subscribers. We're getting close to 2,000. And at 2,000, there is a special video that will come out once I get there. So I still got over 100 and something more to go. But every day is one step closer. So I really appreciate everybody for watching this video. Thank you all so much. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then. And I will see you all in the next video, whenever that may be. All right. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Peace.